A war of words.
Abusive and in some cases retaliatory and threatening and in some cases unprofessional.
Mayor John Cranley details a pattern of behavior he says led him to ask Harry Black to step down. And only on Night on Your Side, Black's response.
How can one accuse someone else of the very behaviors that they exhibit on a regular basis themselves?
Black says he's not going anywhere. Tonight on Night on Your Side at 7, we're taking a deep dive into the drama at City Hall.
9 on Your Side starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kristen Hartman. We are devoting much of tonight's newscast to the escalating battle between Cincinnati Mayor John Cranley and City Manager Harry Black. Cranley wants Black out. Black is fighting back. You'll hear what they both said just hours ago at length during this program. The news follows nearly a week of turmoil at City Hall. 9 on Your Side was the only media outlet to bring you the mayor's statement live on the air. We were also the only outlet to get Black's reaction as it all unfolded. Take a listen.
I believe that the manager needs to separate from city service based on a pattern of behavior over several years that has been abusive and in some cases retaliatory and threatening and in some cases unprofessional and in some cases completely inappropriate. I want to be clear that this will cover several years and previous discussions that I've had with the manager about this behavior and the fact that I advised him to cease and desist certain behaviors. Unfortunately, those warnings were not heeded, and those behaviors are resurfacing and getting more egregious.
My response to that is that it's unfortunate and it's disappointing and it is reckless. But not surprising. Last week, he threatened me with the ultimatum to either leave or he was going to build a case up against me. And he's been working to do that. People have called me who his office has reached out to. They're trying to dig up dirt. Where they can't find dirt, they are going to create dirt. Again, I'm the city manager. I'm committed to continuing to be the city manager and look forward to getting back to work.
So we want to point out, while Mayor Cranley spoke for nearly 12 minutes, City Manager Black's comments were actually much shorter. He spoke with 9 on Your Side's Tom McKee for about 2.5 minutes, right after the mayor's remarks. The mayor said several times he is deeply concerned about how the manager has treated city employees and some members of the public. He says that was his only motivation for wanting the city manager out. The city manager says the mayor has alternative motives for his attack. Mayor Cranley now.
I think everyone knows that he has made angry late-night calls to people, department heads who are afraid to come forward. I'm asking council to make sure that city employees who will be protected and can tell their story publicly. And I worry, candidly, that council will try to brush these concerns of the city workforce under the rug. I am very worried that a number of employees right now, between now and the process, will suffer from retaliation. And I call upon City Council and the city manager to take no actions, no personnel actions during this difficult time. And we also are going to have to create, if the council is interested in the truth, a safe space for employees to testify about the behavior that they've been subjected to over the years. And frankly, there are citizens that have been subject to similar treatment who I will also come forward.
It's an accumulation of things. The mayor wants to be a strong mayor. I'm in the way. The city charter is what it is. If people don't like the current structure, they need to take the necessary steps to change the form of government. But until that happens, the form of government is what it is. There's an expectation of the public and of the council of the city manager. And the only way to change those expectations is to change the city charter. But until that happens, I have to govern myself as the city manager.
During his conversation with Tom, the city manager also insinuated the mayor may have his own issues to deal with. The mayor indicated the turmoil of the past week at City Hall has nothing to do with his decision. Harry Black now.
So this is a kind of an ultimatum on your side. It's a line in the sand that you're not going anywhere.
Again, I will be an opponent of immorality and corruption. I will do my best to get through this period with absolute decorum. However, there are things that are out there that are of concern as it relates to the other party.
We're going to have at least a dozen people explain behaviors that cover a variety of departments. You know, there is an unfortunate rumor out there that this is about Bailey. It is not. I promise you that. I support Chief Isaac. And as I mentioned, I'm disturbed that the manager would make substantiated claims of corruption and rogue elements of the police department. And when asked by David Mann and myself and others to explain themselves, we received no substantiation. But my decision to start talking about an exit for the manager was not because of that isolated incident. And it's certainly not because of Chief Isaac, who I have great admiration for.
All right, getting you caught up, it has been a chaotic week at City Hall. In case you've missed any of it, here are the major events that led up to where we are right now in this struggle between the mayor and the city manager. Police Captain Bridget Barjois earlier this month filed a discrimination lawsuit against Assistant Police Chief Dave Bailey, saying Bailey and others wanted to oust Police Chief Elliot Isaac. The next day, a draft audit was leaked, revealing Barjois earned the most overtime last year of any Cincinnati police captain. Wednesday, Black told City Council there was a rogue element in the police department. Thursday, the Fraternal Order of Police said Bailey was being forced out of office. Bailey later signed a settlement. Then Friday, news broke that Cranley had asked Black to resign.